I am racing this category with KPL. So I guess say anything if you have to.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm back again running some Sonic R. Doing
Yeah.
no out of bounds today. Um, it's a category I'm not necessarily used to, but it's a one that I'm very excited to learn for this event. Uh, and yeah, I'm just excited to showcase the category off.
Yeah. And then we have the two commentators. So introduce yourselves, I guess.
Yeah, hi, I'm Nim or Nimputs, and yeah, I'm excited for this race.
It's your boy, just Matt, but most people know me as just Matt, I guess. Really curious. Can't wait.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll be waiting for the countdown and then we'll be off.
All right. Good luck, guys, fan.
Good luck. All right, looks like our run is gonna be ready soon.
They have the new file.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect. All right, starting of course on the first track, Resort Island.
Oh.
And we're going. Yep. All right, so off into the first race. So the goal of Sonic R 100% is to get collectibles in each race while also winning. So you can see in the bottom right corner of the screen is the map of the track, which looks a bit like a pile of spaghetti. So there's a lot of different alternative paths in this game that has different collectibles hidden in it. The collectibles that we're looking for are, of course, for Sonic 100% run, the Chaos Emeralds. So in this track, there's one Chaos Emerald, and the three other main races are two. And there's also 5 Sonic tokens in each stage. And on top of collecting all these, for a lot of them, you need to get a lot of rings, because very often the collectibles are hidden behind ring gates that only open when you have enough rings, and then they take those rings from you. Like right here, Sonic Fan going through the 20 ring gate, losing 20 rings to pick up the token. And now going through the 50 ring gate to pick up the Chaos Emerald. So if you get all of these and then win, you get, if you finish the race, yeah, with the 5 Sonic tokens collected, you get into your bonus race, which is some kind of a boss race. So in these challenge races, you race against an unlockable character. And yeah, then obviously if you win that race, you unlock that character. So in the second race, you basically don't have to collect anything anymore. You just go around the track as quickly as possible, and it's pretty much the any % route on the revisit of the track.
On this IL, how do I even phrase it? It's mostly you need to get like the rings on the desert patch, as rings increase your speed over time.
Yeah. That is true. Like having more rings is always a good thing to have. So if you can get rings, especially without having to go out of your way, always good. And yeah, Sonic Fan been showing off like a really cool drift route here, like just like counter drifting straight through the trees. Very well done here. And we're done with the first track from both runners here already. Sonic Fan with a bit of a lead, but yeah, KPL not far behind.
Radical City, so-called the RNG stage. It's mostly reliant on the emblems you see on the track. For optimally, it will be really good to get like 20 every time, but that's not the bubble shield.
Yeah, you really don't want to see the blue shield. The blue shield does absolutely nothing.
It's like you missed the emblem.
Yeah, it's just you always want rings. Even just 5 rings from the emblem is very good. As long as you get rings, it's basically a win. Yeah. And yeah, the stage really important to get a lot of rings, like for the zipper, the little booster at the end, especially because these boost pads, they basically send you a set amount of distance depending on how many rings you have, and they max out at 50. So anytime you take one, you want to have as close to 50 rings or above.
I just realized they're using different routes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I spent going with the newest route, while kpl going with the standard.
Yeah.
It has been used for a while.
And here with a nice glide over to skip the spring. Also got the Chaos Emerald. All right, so you're probably wondering why the runners are playing in snow weather. So the funny quirk about this game is that you can just go into the settings and change the weather. So default setting is that the weather is randomized, but you can just set it to 1, and the most optimal way for no out of bounds is to set it to snow weather. That has 2 reasons. The first reason is that it makes all the water freeze, which means you can just run over it without having to like platform around it or any of that. Like for example, this passage that SonicFan is going over right now is usually a river that you would sink in, but now you can just run over it. And the other reason for snow is that it actually makes your movement faster because the ground becomes more slippery, and the main movement tech in this game is basically dependent on drifting. So you can get a lot of extra speed in this game by maximizing your drift speed, maximizing your drift time, pretty much. You want to drift as much as possible. Yeah, so like a lot of times you see our runners grinding along walls or bumping into walls to set up a drift, get into a drift, and then keep it going. And then there's also a strategy called counter drifting, which pretty much revolutionized the speedrun of this game. Like when was that? When was that found? 2 years back or so, I think.
2020, December 2019.
Yeah. Oh, a bit more, 2.5 years then. So that's when it was found, and the moment it was found, pretty much all the world records in this game became obsolete because it's just such a massive time save. So basically, how it works is usually cornering. Like, this game has 2 drift buttons, one for left leaning and one for right leaning, depending on which direction of the turn you want to go through. But you can actually make use of pressing the opposite drift button to the direction you're facing by first getting into a drift and getting some sideways momentum, and then switching the drift button so Knuckles actually leans to the outside rather to the inside. And like this, you can basically keep a lot of the extra momentum you get from drifting, like over a much longer distance, and just really carry the drift momentum through like open areas and such without having to rely on going through a corner to do a sharp drift or something like that.
So I'm about to finish Regal and kpl going through the thing.
Yeah, also people in chat are pointing out about the character choice. Yes, we use Knuckles for this run. Knuckles is I know Sonic fan with his name. You'd think you'd play as Sonic, but no, you actually really don't want to play Sonic in this game. Sonic is
Sonic is actually faster, but Knuckles has better drifting.
Is he actually faster?
Yes, his normal running speed is actually a bit faster than Knuckles, but
I've never noticed that. Can't be by that much.
I mean, I've used the. Never mind.
Yeah,
Knuckles
it's
has way better handling, so he can drift way better and chain those counter drifts, so he can
Yeah,
keep that speed.
exactly. Knuckles' like drift handling is super good, and you can get so much extra speed out of Knuckles. So he's the optimal character for now out of bounds. And also an interesting strat for this track in particular, I mentioned earlier, for the speed pads you wanna have 50 rings or more, but on this track you actually use a strat where you deliberately only get 15 to 16 to get a perfect setup for this turn there at the end.
Oh, kpl. Yeah, didn't get the emblem. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
So he needs to avoid those rings, and
Yeah, but got a pretty good setup now for the next level. Ideally 1 or 2 rings more, but even with 14 you can get a pretty good setup.
Just release the drift buttons and just... Oh, okay. He could just release the drift buttons, and he could have just... release the stick, and yeah, you could just go around the corner. Sven not getting the right emblem. The electric field isn't that bad, but it's just you're too fast for the rings, so the rings don't even get to you. You don't even collect the rings.
Yeah, if the electric shield at first you might think would be very useful if you're trying to collect rings, but it's really bad at its job, unfortunately. So a lot of times, especially when you use all of these movement strats with counter drifting and such, the rings just kind of follow you around in a cloud, but never actually get to you. If you just run in a straight line or have something where you stop for a moment, which especially in the no out of bounds, in the out of bounds category happens a lot, the shield can be much more helpful, but in this situation usually it's not.
And the no out of bounds category, you just gotta keep moving. To just stop for the ring is just not good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. That's some token. I usually miss it for some reason.
Surprised to see the runners picking Knuckles here. I thought for this track Metal Sonic was faster.
My god, no way! Someone's going for the multi-strat.
Ooh, that's sick.
Okay, this is actually interesting. Come on, hit the hitbox.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Yes! Oh, that was amazing. That was a pretty new strat. So
Yeah.
usually you would activate these gates,
Holy shit.
and then wait for the emeralds to pop out and then collect them. But if you do like just the right movement, you can activate them without losing any speed, and then just run over them as they pop out, and you pick them up without stopping at all, which is amazing. Saves a couple seconds. Amazing execution here.
Yeah. Actually insane.
Yeah. Ooh. KPL having to turn around here, that's quite unfortunate. Yeah, collecting stuff might seem kind of trivial, but it takes a surprisingly large amount of practice to reliably be able to...
Really small.
Yeah, like
Even
precise...
items, there's a source where I can just barely miss them.
Yeah, precise movement in this game is
Yeah.
like notoriously difficult to collect
And
something, and yeah, as Matt said, the hitboxes are very small, so it's very easy to miss stuff.
Oh no, KPL lost the...
Oh, that is rough. Yeah, honestly, like, Reactor Factory is very easy to lose. Like, getting all of these collectibles while also winning the race is very difficult. And you saw he had to kind of turn around to pick up an emblem again. So, like, one mistake like this can cost you the race there. That is
a minute and like 30 times.
Yeah, that is quite
Oh,
quite a
we're
huge
already going
time.
into the stage. Hope he doesn't cliff out.
Yeah, so in Reactor Factory, that is basically the final boss stage that you unlock when you beat every other stage. And in Reactor Factory, since at this point you've already collected everything, there's nothing to collect anymore, so the goal is just to beat this as quickly as possible. And you also only play it once.
Yeah.
However, the stage is kind of notorious for accidentally clipping you out of bounds when you don't want it, so that can invalidate your run, unfortunately. But yeah, other than that, the stage is like a showcase of like movement for this game, and also lots of ring collecting. This game is this stage in particular is very tight on rings, because you not only have to get rings for the speed pads, but you also have to get rings for opening the doors. So you have to collect so many rings in this stage, and you really want the full zip here, because this is a very long zip, and any ring you're missing costs like a split second.
The stage is very notorious for clipping out, and because the hitboxes in this game are very funny and wacky.
Yeah. Like you see like SonicFan here sliding along the wall to get the drift and such, and the game can just clip you out, and when your run's done.
And that's actually the strat for the advanced category.
Yep, that's
so
fun, because you have like a super inconsistent, possible triple 15-second time save at the end that just almost never happens. So that's great.
I'm pretty sure it took you like how many hours to get
Hold
the
up, as SonicFan coming up on time.
Yeah.
GG SonicFan, sub 14, very good, very solid run. But yeah, I was the first person to get a 3 out of 3 clip IL in Radiant Emerald, and the first time I got it, it took me I think 96 hours. I've done it 2 more times since. And it took significantly less time then, but it is a very long grind. And the first time I got so yeah, just so you have an idea how inconsistent that trick is. I've done it 2 more times since.
Oh, the Reactive Factory Lab 3 incident. It's a joke with the NSFan.
Yeah, that happens very easily.
The hitbox on that corner just extends for some reason.
Yeah, like a lot of corners you can cut like very liberally, and the game just kind of lets you go through it. But that corner is really wants it to make sure to go around properly. All right, but yeah, kpl also done with I forgot what the level is called, Reactive Factory. And now he's got all of the Chaos Emeralds, so we're going with Supersonic into Radiant Emerald. Also on the character select screen, you might have seen there was still one character missing that's not unlocked. That's Eggman, and you unlock, or Dr. Robotnik, how he's called in this game. And any game prior to Sonic Adventure. I'm a fake Sonic fan, I'm sorry. But yeah, you unlock Robotnik when beating Radiant Emerald. So yeah, once that's done, all characters are unlocked as well.
Such shit.
But yeah, I like fun kind of difference between categories in this track. If you do the any percent now out of bounds category, you don't unlock Supersonic, so you do this race with Knuckles. And with Knuckles, there's actually a skip in no out of bounds you can do in the stage, where you skip the helix towards the end of the stage by doing a glide and then a good counter drift in the air to remain a lot of speed and height, and then you can skip the part where the track loops around. You basically jump off here and then glide all the way to the top of the bridge. Interestingly though, Supersonic is so fast that even without being able to do that skip, he's still faster than Knuckles. So Supersonic's kind of OP in this game.
On the last lap.
Yep. Hopefully no clip out here. Oh, he was really pushing it there. We're kind of scared there. Yeah, looks like both runners made it through without any unlucky clip out. And yeah, also coming up on time here for kpl, just around the last corner.
GG kpl.
GG.
So sad.
Yeah, that Radiant Reactive Factory was unfortunate, but
yeah.
But man, to be fair, that's the hardest race. So
yeah,
that's the best one to mess up.
Hmm.
What happened to you in Reactive Factory?
So I missed the one emerald. I missed the sub token, and I had to go back around for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Once, so I'm like, all right, I have like a little bit of room with the missing the one thing, but once I missed the second one, I'm like, I'm really cutting it close. And I
Yeah.
saw him get first, and like, well, I had to reset.
Yeah, that stage sucks because like it's really easy. Like if you make like 2 mistakes at least, you'll just lose the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Like the route to get the collectibles just sends you so far out of the way. It's
Yeah.
really hard to still win.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, it's the most expensive stage with
That
rings.
yeah.
You
Yeah, it's
still need to get 120 rings in total to open all the gates.
Mhm.
And Esma really good with that Walter strike. Come on, man. That was actually insane.
I was not expecting to get that. I went for it for the fans.
Yeah,
that
that was
was
pretty
so cool.
on the green gate door.
Yeah, that
Holy
run
shit.
was my PB's on 11:30. That run was on 11:31.
Okay, man.
Oh, let's go.
Balling.
Actually gaming.
Yeah, my goal was a sub 12 IGT, and I broke that by a lot and got it by a
Yeah.
lot.
That's
So happy
incredible.
with that
Yeah,
run.
your run was incredibly solid. That great job.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
And,
without the reset, this would have been I lost a minute. It would have been a 13.
Oh, I
pretty much
remember
flat.
yeah,
Yeah,
you did really well. Like especially considering this is not like your usual category and your usual
Yeah.
platform. Like you switched platforms and you switched categories for
for
this race, and you did like super well. Like definitely great accomplishment on that race.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm
Good
definitely,
job.
besides the reactive factor, I'm still happy with how I played. I golded 3 splits. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I also golded 3 splits.
let's go. But yeah, no, this is
Thank
still a good time.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate that I had the reset, so it didn't feel as close as it would have been.
yeah. But besides that reactive, I can tell it was a good run for
Yeah.
sure.
Any shoutouts? Anything?
Shout out to Dillcat13. He
Good
pretty
cat
much
13. Yeah.
made the game. Anyway, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
Um,
shout outs to the Sonic R community. Join. We have an own Discord as well, so if you're interested in that game, join that. The Sonic R community is super awesome. So yeah, and they've all been pushing the game a lot. So yeah.
I'll also shout out to Flub.
Oh
He's
yeah.
also a Sonic R runner, and it is his birthday, so definitely give him
Oh,
a shout
happy
out.
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Let's
sure.
go, Flub. No way.
But yeah, with that, I'm pretty much good to go.
Yeah, me
Same.
too. So next up is Hex Speedrun Super Mario Galaxy. So you definitely don't want to miss that run.
Mm-hmm.
Also, for one person, I gotta say something. Bruh.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right.